So we'll start out kind of comfortable here. We'll say that's 0, 0, and then we'll go let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go 8, 4 like that. And then we'll do 2, 2, 6, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. So we'll label it S, A, and T for your triangle here. It's not important that you have this triangle down. It's just important that you you know how to graph a triangle like this. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the perpendicular bisector. Okay, what's the first step in a perpendicular bisector?
To split the triangle not exactly in half, but something to make a 90-degree angle.
Okay, so just to be clear, I'm looking at the steps from Geometry Quiz 2. Are you ready?
Yeah,
That's what's hoping you would read here. It says identify the line segment to bisect. So let's say we're going to bisect AT. Okay. I have to tell you that. You have to be told what it is.
yeah,
What is
okay.
the second step there in finding the perpendicular bisector?
I identify the line. Wait, no, the line segment or the midpoint?
Which is step two. We've already done step one.
Midpoint.
Okay, so you've got to find the midpoint of AT.
Yeah,
So you've got that formula there on the bottom. You've got the 2 points. Can you find the midpoint for us, please?
yeah. Which would it be S and T, the two coordinates I use?
No, no. That's why you have to select
Oh,
the segment. That segment tells you what you are going to use.
so the coordinates would be 5 and 5 for the midpoint.
Right? And we might label that depending on, the situation. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So now what is step three?
Step three is finding slope of the line segment that you just bisected
So we want the slope
of AT.
of AT. So you've got the slope formula there. Go ahead and
Yeah.
calculate the slope from A to T.
Got it. It would be 2/6, which simplifies into 1/3.
There is a problem with your answer. Did you use the formula or did you just sort of like freehand do it?
No, I used the formula.
Okay, so positive slopes go up and to the right. You gave me a positive slope. A to T is definitely not going up and to the right. It's going down and to the right. The slope has to be negative. Do you want to
So
adjust your answer?
would it be -2/6?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, -2/6. What does that reduce to?
-1/3.
Yes. And that's what you've got to get it down to. So you've got 4 minus 6 over 8 minus 2 becomes negative 2/6 or -1/3. Okay. Now you got that. All right. What is step four?
Step four is make slope from step three perpendicular.
Yes. So you have to know how to convert -1/3 to a perpendicular.
And you would just make it -3/1, right?
You flip it and then negate it. So 3 goes on top,
Oh,
-1 goes to the
positive this
bottom.
time because it's negative. Yeah.
Yes. So the idea is that one will be positive, one will be negative. Like let's just say your slope was right, 1/3, then the perpendicular slope would be negative. You're gonna have one
Okay.
positive, one negative. Okay.
All right.
All right. Step five. So I don't really like the way step five is written, but we should draw it now graphically here. Um, you're right. It has to meet at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
Okay. It has to go through that point.
Okay.
All right. So this is now the perpendicular bisector. It bisects, cuts in half. So we
And
want
I
the
have a
equation.
question, Matthew.
Of course.
Where do you like you see how it goes and it doesn't hit 0, 0, like the
That's
line you
right.
made?
The perpendicular bisector rarely goes through the other point. That's
Okay,
the
so it
one
doesn't really ever go through the other point when you're making it.
that that's a key difference between this and the other ones, the altitude and the median. The median and the
Okay.
altitude would go through this point.
Okay.
So the equation of this line, you need the slope, which you have now, 3/1, and the point that it goes through, 5, 5.
Yeah.
All right. And you have the point slope form of the graph. So for step five, the slope is 3 and the point is 5, 5. Can you write the equation for me, please?
Yeah. I put down y minus 5 equals 3x minus 5.
Good. Really good. Okay. Let's do another one here. I'm going to draw a new triangle. All right, so here we go. We'll make this okay. 0, 0, and then we'll do a point -2, -2, and then we'll come up here -4, 6. I think that's that. -4, comma 6, +6. Get
Okay.
rid of that. All right, so here we go. All right, and I'm going to call this DOG, dog. We'll go triangle dog.
Okay.
The I want you to find, we're going to do median. Wait, is median next? No, you're doing altitude next. Okay, let's do altitude. Altitude OM. OM. Okay. Now, one of the things you first should notice is that I'm giving you the one that it goes through.
It's O because it's the vertex,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's got to go through O. Okay. What I'm not telling you is where M is. Where is M? Is it between O and D, D and G, or G and O? Where does M go?
Don't you have to find out finding the midpoint first, or
We will find M, but I'm just asking more generally, where does it go? Like
um
on which of these does it go on?
probably D
No, no,
or
it's a segment.
in between G and D?
Yes, yes. And that's
Okay.
really important. It's always opposite. So because
Well,
it's an
yeah, I
altitude.
just didn't know you were asking for like in between it, but yeah.
Okay, so it's somewhere over here. M is somewhere over here. We don't know where, but it's somewhere in that. Okay. All right. What is step one of an altitude?
Finding the vertex and sketching the perpendicular line on the opposite side.
Okay, so kind of what we did there. We know it's something where it kind of comes down, hits at 90 degrees like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. What is step two?
Step 2 is finding the slope of the line that we're doing.
Okay. So which line do we want the slope of though?
Um,
The instructions are more specific. It says find slope of what? Find slope of
Opposite of vertex, so would it be
side opposite of vertex.
yeah.
Which, or find the slope of what line segment?
Would it be with the vertex?
So we got to interpret the words there. Slope of side opposite vertex. This is the vertex. Which side is opposite the vertex?
G
The side. Sides
or
have two
oh
letters.
D.
D is one letter. Which side is it? There's three sides here. There's DO, OG, DG. Which side is
OG?
opposite?
Um, I'm confused here.
Well, here DO is up here. Is that opposite the vertex?
Um,
Like think about
uh,
when you're sitting at a table. You're sitting at a table, right? You're
okay,
here.
yeah. So it would be DG is
But
the
why?
opposite of vertex,
Like we got to
right?
know why. Like it's okay to just eventually get to the right answer, but like you're sitting at a table, who's opposite to you? The person who's across. Like what's across from O?
Yeah.
DG.
Well, do you not use the vertex when you find slope though? So you wouldn't do 0, 0, -2, -2.
No.
Okay.
It says slope of line opposite the vertex. You have to figure out which line segment is opposite the vertex. So you're really finding the slope of DG. If you don't like this example, that's fine. Like pick another example where you know something is across from you, it's in front of you, it's definitely not to the side of you. Like OD is to the side, OG is to the side.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so you have to find the slope of DG.
All right.
I'll leave you to do that here. What do you have for your slope here?
I'm just confused at the bottom of it. With the -2 minus
So
-4,
double
would that be
dou-
-6 or just 6?
double negative becomes positive, so it's neither.
That'd be 4,
So
6.
on the bottom, it can be -2 plus 4. The top, they're same sign, so you keep the sign.
Yeah.
Are you usually allowed to use a calculator in this class?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I
Okay. I mean, just grab your calculator and feel free to use that here. You got to be able to do this. You're more than capable of doing this. So grab what you need technology wise. Let's
Matthew, I'm concerned that he won't have a calculator and let me look
I'm just
if I
so confused
watch,
right now.
let's
I'm
watch
like
this.
flustered.
I know. -2.
well, well, he said he could use a calculator. I mean, if that's the case, grab one and use it. Like we don't need to go through the rules of how to add and subtract negatives. He can just, if he's allowed, like I don't know if he's allowed
Yeah,
to use one.
yeah, I don't, you're not
No,
allowed every class,
yeah,
are you?
but I thought when like the negatives are next to each other, it turns into a positive.
These two, this double negative turns into a positive. But on the top, when they're same sign, these are both negatives. The answer is negative, and you add the numbers without the sign.
Yeah, so would it be just +4 or
No, no,
Well,
-8.
think of this, Remy.
oh, okay, I see now. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
And so how about the bottom here? What is -2 plus 4?
Remy, he's asking a question.